Hello, I'm Sally Jack's TV mum, and this video is all going to be about how we can hopefully save money. So please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. I would love to have you part of my YouTube family, and also my Instagram, my Twitter and my Facebook. Now all that bit's over and done with, let's get on about how we can. There's 10 ways that I can think of that we can save money. There's a lot more out there, but I just wanted to condense it to 10 ways. And the reason why I've been thinking about this is, one, in January of this year, I became very ill, of which I do think that I had the coronavirus. COVID. If you want to go and have a look at my videos, you can see how ill I am and how much I was struggling for breath. I was actually diagnosed with the flu, which is one of the coronaviruses, but I'm absolutely positive it was COVID. And with that, I wasn't able to work for 10 days, and I didn't spend a penny because I was so ill at home. No money was leaving my bank account, so it wasn't even little frivolous things on eBay, etc. So I happened to save, although I didn't earn as much that month, which was a bit of a pain because I'm self-employed. I actually ended up saving money as well that month because I wasn't spending as much. Now, there's a lot of things that we can't control or can't control to a certain extent. And of course, these times that we've been in, because we've just been in lockdown as well, because I had no income for 3 months because I'm self-employed, it really made me think about my finances, where things were going and what we were spending money on, not just for me but my husband as well. There's lots of different people in lots of different scenarios, so I know people will have lost their jobs, and I feel for you. I'm very grateful that I'm back in a job. I'm very grateful that because I was worried, because I was a shielder, that my work weren't going to take me back on, but they did. So there's a lot of different situations. There may be people that are not earning enough and maybe not be able to do any of this, so please bear that in mind when you're watching this video. Obviously it's not going to be for everybody, but some of the tips and tricks that you could take on. So let's start with the overall. First of all, if you want to save money, you need to set yourself a goal, whether that is for paying off the mortgage, looking for a holiday, particular holiday you've always wanted to do. Maybe it was a cruise, and I know this is going to be next year when we're thinking about going. Maybe you've always wanted to go to Australia. Maybe you've got things on your bucket list that you've always wanted to do. Think about that, get a bank account or get a building society set up, put out a mood board with pictures on it, and think that you are definitely going to do it. It's the law of attraction, and I really do believe it works. So that's setting out your goals, because there's no point in saving if you've got nothing to save for. So it could be a sinking fund just in case you did lose your jobs, but obviously it's always better if you have a sinking fund and something in reserve that you can go to. So let's start the 10 things, because it's really important that you set your goals first. So it really is a sneaky 11, but let's start the 10 things. So let's go with number 1. Number 1 is all about the little things. So instead of the big things, so you might go out and you might buy yourself, I don't know, an expensive pair of shoes or expensive handbag or expensive dress for a wedding occasion, or that fascinator that you're only going to wear once. Obviously think about things like that when you're spending a lot of money. But it's the little things. It's the coffee at Starbucks. It's the little bit of cake. It's the smoothie you've picked up from Marks and Spencer's. All of those things accumulate to money. And I found this out roughly around about February of this year, because I was spending so much money when I was nipping to the local supermarket, which is literally just over there. I found out, and I looked at my food bill for the month for one person when I was away from home, because if you know me, you know I live away from home because I work in TV. I'd spent £400 on food, and I literally could have cried when I looked at it, and I thought, this needs to change. So think about all the little things that you're spending on. So when I was going into the supermarket, I was picking up my food, but then I was picking up a little candle, and then I was picking up a little bag, I don't know, for presents, and then I was picking up this for Frankie Jack and that. And maybe you could think, well, maybe she wanted that. I can't pop into a supermarket and only go in for one thing. I have to come out with a load of stuff, and there's no doubt that I would have spent £25. So think about all the little things that you're spending. And if you were going to go for that coffee, if you were going to go for that cake, if you were going to go for that cheese on toast for your breakfast on a Sunday morning, then think about it. How much would it cost? Would it cost a £5? Then transfer that £5 into a building society and think, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to eat what's in my kitchen cupboards at home or in my fridge, and I'm going to use up what I've got and then put that money aside. Obviously, most of us have learned how to do that through lockdown. So think about what you are spending. So think about the little things like parking. Can you find somewhere that you're going to be able to park for free instead of putting £2.30 into a metre? Don't do a quick shop. Quick shop in Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, wherever you are. Do you need to do that quick shop? Because you're guaranteed that you're going to spend £25 to £30. Can you do with what's in your fridge at home? So number 2, look at things like your TV subscriptions. Do you really need to pay for all of those? If you've got Netflix, then you've got Freeview, or you've got Sky, or you've got Virgin, then you've got the football, then you've got the movies, then you've got the Disney Channel. Do you need all of those? No, you don't. Do you watch that much telly? Gary and I don't. Now, if you do, obviously you've got to weigh up how much pleasure you get from it to how much you're watching it. But if you're not watching that much of it, then get rid. So Gary and I did this during lockdown, and we condensed it right down. We bought the Disney Channel with Frankie Jack, and we have watched that quite a bit, although we don't watch that much television, but obviously we watched a little bit more during lockdown, but we managed to condense it. Now our Virgin, which is what we're with, we've actually got a package that is our broadband as well, but we condensed it as much as we can. Things like direct debits that you've got going out. Are you paying for something that you don't need to? Are you paying for that gym membership and you're not going anymore? Are you paying for something like a magazine subscription that costs you an absolute fortune when you can get down the library and get it for free? Or standing orders that are still going out that maybe were set up and shouldn't be there. Make sure you're keeping on top of what's coming out of your bank account and what's going into your bank account every single month. Number 3. So this is shopping. Think about your shopping. Think about maybe doing it online. When you go into one of these shops, one of these supermarkets, you tend to be going around the aisles. We're putting this in, oh, that's 3 for 2. You've got the end aisles. They make them look so fabulous. You can do this, you can do that. You're going to save money. You go, oh yeah, I'm going to have that. I'm going to put it into my basket. Also, buying packets. So if you've got a packet of bananas instead of the loose bananas, no. The money is in the packet. That's where the supermarkets make their money. Go for the loose. That will cost you less. Also as well, never ever go to the supermarket while you're hungry. You will always pick up more food. Shop online. We found during lockdown we have spent more money in food, but what have we saved on takeaways? Now we're going to budget ourselves. Every single month we're going to spend so much on food. We're going to batch cook. I remember just before lockdown I actually found this. I was living away from home and I was constantly at the supermarket round the corner buying my meals, and I looked at my bill one month and I spent £400. That's on me. That is insane. I got so mad with myself that I said this has got to stop. So one of the tips that I did was I bought something called Jane Plan. Now it is a plan. It is something about healthier eating, but I bought Jane Plan because initially it's a bigger payout. I got 2 boxes, so that's 8 weeks worth of food for £220. But what I've done, I actually bought 6 boxes in the end, which was a lot. Well, 8 boxes because I gave a couple to Granny and Grandpa, because basically I was a little bit frightened that we were going to go food shortage as well over lockdown. But I've used that all the time when I'm here. In fact, it's in my bag here because I'm in my cabin. So I brought this with me, and then I've just bought some fruit and veggies on my weekly shop, and I have this. It goes in the microwave. It's healthy food. It's good for you. It's portion controlled. You don't need to refrigerate it. You don't need to put it in the freezer. It can go in my garage at home, and it goes in my bag here, and it comes down. That has saved me that. So think about, even if you don't want to go on that healthy eating plan and eat it like the Jane Plan is supposed to, I'm like dipping in and out of it, but that has saved me this from going round the corner to that supermarket. And at the moment, even after lockdown, I don't want to visit any supermarkets. I want to keep my risk of getting COVID to a minimum. So I'm just coming to work and going home. So that has been incredible and has really saved me this. Also, think about batch cooking. So if you're cooking at home, batch cook your stuff. So if you've got some left over, freeze it and put it in the freezer. That way that you can get it out. So when you're super duper hungry and you don't want to cook anything, there's something there for the family. And plan your meals. Planning your meals stops you buying all different kinds of things to put in your basket that actually you're going to throw away. And how much food do we actually waste on a regular basis? And the other thing is fresh fruit and vegetables, obviously incredibly good for us, but where we can buy frozen veg, that is a lot better because you're not going to waste it the same, so you're not going to be throwing it away. You'll get it out as and when you need it. This is one that really does, and I've done this for years, and that is looking to switch. Martin Lewis is brilliant on this. Car insurance, house insurance, gas, electric, all those kind of bills that we kind of go, when we get that email back through, they've just done it with my car insurance. Oh, it's okay. We take care of this. We can do it. You don't need to do a thing. No, I don't need to do a damn thing because you've put my car insurance up. This year, I actually saved myself, I think it was roughly 150 or 180 pounds switching and having a look for different car insurance. Now, can you imagine if we did this and we had a couple of cars? Gary and I have got a car each, but you can imagine if you've got more cars in the family, or you've got teenagers that are driving as well, although their insurance is going to be more, and then you've got gas, you've got electric, you've got your home insurance, you've got your mortgage. If you can switch and get better deals on things, then do it. Don't sit back and think, oh, it doesn't matter, yeah, they'll do it for me and take the easy life. That is when you're going to lose money. So think about those bills that you're already paying that you can actually switch and get a better deal on them. So number 5, that's buying presents. We've all got to buy them. There's all birthdays, there's all Christmas. We can't say, you know what, I'm opting out of it this year, although you could do if you wanted to. However, there's different ways of saving. So one, you could start not giving Christmas cards and maybe giving something to charity. There's a lot of people that do that now, or you buy your Christmas cards in the sale. Now, this is what we've started to do, and I've started to do this in the January sales. Now, you might all think I'm bonkers, but let me tell you, there's a lot of people at work that's now started to do this and noticed a difference. I also start buying all the way through the year, whether that's birthday or Christmas. So I have a look around me when I'm out at the shop. If that candle has been reduced from, I don't know, £20 to £8, and I know my friend absolutely loves that make, I will buy it for her. I would take it home. I will write a list out of what I've bought, and I will get together that year's Christmas presents. So normally by the start of November, I've normally finished my Christmas shopping, instead of in December going like that and panicking at last minute of where I'm going to go, how much money I've got to spend, and where I'm going to get the stuff from. So now you're easing it off, you're thinking about it through the year, you pick it out of your monthly salary, therefore you're probably not spending or spending the same, and you're probably not worrying the same either. And then you don't end up with huge credit card bills that land on your doorstep in January. That never happens to me because I always buy it before the occasion. I buy wrapping paper, I buy bows and things like that, and I will buy them in the January sales. Think smart. Don't think about anybody else. They can laugh their heads off all they want. I think smart. So already I have a lot of my Christmas presents for 2020 already bought. And this actually helped me greatly when I lost my job. I think it was about 5 years ago. I worked for another TV company that unfortunately went bust, and which should never have happened. Anyway, that's another story. But basically it went bust and I had no job, and it went in April. And luckily I bought all my presents by April for that Christmas, which I was so grateful for, because obviously when that year hit and it was 2014, I didn't feel that I was going to have to say, I'm really sorry, I don't have any money. I mean, obviously there's no shame in doing that, but I didn't have a job and I just had a baby and I couldn't get back into work because I was on maternity, but I was getting statutory maternity pay, which we all know is absolutely nothing. So what I'm saying is get those presents bought. Think about those deals that are on when you have got that 3 for 2 deal, or that half price sale, or that summer sale where they're doing it. Look for presents that your family, your friends and the kids are going to want. One of the things I always do in January is I always go around the toy shops and have a look at everything that's in the sale. That way I also put away for my little boy's birthday presents when he goes to birthday parties, because I want it to look a substantial present, but I don't want to have to spend that much on it. And I've also got a stack upstairs, so if I'm away from work and my husband suddenly rings me in a blind panic and says, oh my gosh, it's just trying to think of a name, it's Maxwell's party this weekend and Frankie Jack's got to go for it, he's got a last minute invite, what am I going to give the child, what am I going to give Maxwell? I'll say, go here, go and pick it up, wrapping papers there, wrap it up, and you've got a present already. So I've already thought about it and I've already bought those presents well in advance. Number 6. Now, one of the things I've thought about terribly during lockdown is how much that I've spent on beauty over the years. Now, obviously my creams are essential and that won't stop because it's really important to look after your skin. However, things like nails, which I'm just going to do myself in a moment, and my hair, how much have I spent on that over the years? So I've actually done my own hair, or my husband has during lockdown, because of course we couldn't get out to hairdressers. My nails I've actually got rid of. I was spending £50 a month on my nails, having them done. I'm actually thinking, and I did my nails just before I came back to work, and then I transferred £50 into my building society. So instead of paying somebody to do it, I've now put it towards what my goals are for the next couple of years, and that's making memories and putting away from holidays. So do I actually want to pay £50 on my toes and fingers every single month, which equates to £600 a year? No, I want that for a holiday. I want that for my spends when I go away. I want that for making memories instead of looking at pretty little nails, which I can do myself. And in just a moment's time, when I finish doing this vlog, I've got my nail equipment there. I'm going to do my own. And what will I do when I've done it? I'll transfer the money back over. So think about all those little extras that you have. Maybe you're having a waxing a certain amount. Maybe you're having your eyebrows done. Maybe you're having a facial. Think about buying yourself a pot of the cream yourself and doing it at home with a headband on you. Think about waxing yourself, or buying something like the Silkin, which is a machine that give you a long-term, hopefully, hair reduction. Think about those kind of things that you can do yourself at home that in the long run could possibly save you money. Number 7, and that's eating out. How many of us spend money at the pub, at the club, for the drinks, etc., the little snacks on a Saturday, the stop off for the little bit of cake, the eating out maybe on a Sunday morning? Well, I tell you something, Gary and I have been really guilty of this. So we've actually thought, instead of doing this, when we eat out or when we're thinking about eating out, obviously we're still going to treat ourselves every now and again. If it's people's birthdays, etc., we are going to go out, but I'm going to stop going to that pub on the Friday night and having that little glass of Prosecco that may cost me £6 or £8. I'm going to stop going out for that meal, and then I'm going to transfer that money into my account. So if we were thinking and we were sat down, let's go to the pub, no. Let's go home, transfer the money over and put it into our holiday account, which we're saving up to go to wherever you want to go. What's on your bucket list? Could be Australia, could be a cruise, it could be America, it could be Africa, it could be a safari you want to do. Think about those things you want to do. That £35 that you'd have spent on that meal, put it into your building society and save your money that way. Number 8. Now, this is a way that I think is really incredible, and I probably should have thought about this a lot sooner, but I've thought about a lot of things during lockdown. And this is as soon as you've got paid, and it's not going to be possible for everybody. I do understand that, but apparently the average savings that worldwide that we put away is between 1% and 4% of our salary, and actually that's not very much. So think about it as your salary comes into your bank account. Think about sending it that day when it comes out, you disperse it and you put it where it needs to be. So you put that in the holiday fund, the sinking fund. So you can put some money in the sinking fund just in case people lose their jobs. And I know a lot of people are going to lose their jobs with what's gone on with lockdown. And I am so sorry. I'm very, very grateful that I'm in a job as of now. But, think about these little pots of money that you could be putting away. It could be for somebody's special birthday you want to treat them for. It could be for a grandson. It could be for private tuition that you want to get for your child, that you want to put, you want to get them to have better grades. It could be for a holiday that you want. It could be a car that you're saving up for. Always make those goals and disperse your cash, and then you know exactly what you've got for the rest of the month. And remember the rest of the ones that I've said, keep a track, change that car insurance, and also think about what you're shopping on a weekly shop and how much you're spending. Budget yourself and only spend that much. And that is a great way of being able to save money, and hopefully save money fast. Birthdays. Now that's your birthday, that's your partner's birthday, that's your husband, that's your wife's birthday. Think about this. Do you really need that gift that you're unwrapping? Do you really need that little trinket that they've gone out and bought you just so you can open a present? This is the mindset that Gary and I have got into. So now for birthdays, we're going to buy each other experiences. So instead of buying that shirt that he'll probably only wear a couple of times, those pairs of trousers, those new shoes, what we decided is just buy each other experiences. So we're actually putting money away. So for Christmas, Christmas, we put money together and we think, right, we're either going to buy a flight here, or we're going to go here, or we're going to go for a day trip out. This year for his birthday, I took him on a spa day. There was a couple of other things that I did for him, which of course we couldn't do because of COVID and have had to be cancelled, but I'll reschedule them for next year. But think about experiences, memories. It's about memory making. That shirt for, I don't know, your 48th birthday isn't really going to make a difference, or a pair of shoes or a handbag. But if they'd gone on to lastminute.com, or they'd gone to, I'm just trying to think, Skyscanner, and got cheap flights to go somewhere, isn't that a better deal? You can get such good deals. Just before lockdown, around about February, I bought the most amazing deal to Disneyland Paris for my mum, my son and I to go in September. Obviously that won't be happening, but under normal circumstances we would have been. And that was actually going to be Frankie Jack's birthday present this year. Obviously, I can't do it. However, that holiday, what I was going to do is wrap up his suitcase with maybe Mickey Mouse sat on top of it and got him to burst open, or open something with a card that said, "We're going to Disney," and he'd have absolutely loved it. Those memories that you could be making on day trips out, which actually are a lot better fun and a lot more to look forward to than maybe that shirt or that blouse or those pair of shoes or those boxes of chocolates on your birthday. The last thing, and this is going to be very difficult for some people, it may not be for others, but if you still can't save, even though whichever way that you go, looking at your income coming in and you're on the breadline already, then think about an extra income. That could be going out for another job for a couple of hours a week, or it could be trying to make some sort of income online. Look at other ways that you could be bringing money into the house, and that way, that bit of money that you're bringing into the house, you've never had before, so stick it away in your savings. Now, I know, as I've just said, it's not going to be possible for everybody, but if it is possible for you, it is a great tip and something that I've definitely been thinking of during lockdown because I wasn't earning a wage. So I was thinking about other ways that I could bring money in. Also, look at your house, look around your house. Is there stuff that you can sell? Maybe a kid's old bike that you can put on eBay and you can get them to pay for PayPal, put it on your front lawn, they can come and pick it up. Is there some clothes that you can sell that you don't want? Is there action figures that you can sell? So I know it's always brilliant to give to charity, and we do that on a regular basis to Gary and I, but sometimes charity has to start at home as well, and we have to think about ourselves and if there's stuff that you can sell to make money. So I remember there was one time when we were doing a room up with Gary and I, and we were getting rid of stuff in the room, and I remember somebody saying to us, "Oh, just put it in the back of your car, just take it all down the tip and throw it away." And I said to Gary, "No, actually I'm going to sell some of this." And we actually made, from those little trinkets that we were going to take to the tip, we actually made around about £180 that could go towards the new room that we were doing up. So always think about that. That could be another way of just bringing in extra income that you could be putting away financially. Now, I hope that's helped. I know it's not going to be for everybody. So, you know, if we're not earning the money, or it isn't coming in, or, you know, there may be disabilities where we can't go out and do another job, or it might be that we've lost our job during lockdown, apologies. And obviously everybody's unique and everybody's got their unique story. But why I wanted to do this is because I've been thinking a lot about this during lockdown. And for those of you that may be in a similar boat, or even you just take 5 of those key things that I've just been talking about, I did it really to try and help, because I really do believe that obviously if you're in a better place financially, it helps here and it helps the health. And my channel is all about lifestyle, family, health and mental health, and that's why I wanted to do this video. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I love you lots as always, and I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye.